That's some fun.
It can be a good opportunity, but you also have to be very careful, particularly that first sector. You don't want anyone going side by side, and we're about to see that in fruition as the 5 red lights. The track is hot here in Japan, and it is a quick getaway. Everyone's trying to get that early jump here as we see tire smoke being lit up across. The Hasses go side by side. They are going to be giving each other a little bit of push. As you can see, there is going to be Imtiaz waiting in the wings, looking for a chance. Everyone trying their best to file into any kind of positions. As we see, this is going to be Thomas Laminen. He's showing a bit of those elbows out towards his teammate, Balint Alekes, through the entire S-curves. He refuses to yield in that papaya car. He's going for it. He wants it. Into Degner 1, has the hand forced, and into P8. A strong early signal of intent there.
Full action stuff for the Haas,
He
full
moved.
action stuff for the McLarens as well. Zach Miles sends a lunge
He
down
moved
the
out
inside.
to lift off the
That is on
brakes.
Ben Elekes, who would not
That's shocking.
be happy losing the position to his teammate, but at least he did stay ahead of Zach Miles as we go wheel to wheel. And you've got Louis Welsh, who is trying to get past Justin Ayert at this stage, but we are focusing on the lead Ferrari, who is going to try to put the pressure on Diego Zorzo. You can see that he's deploying the battery, and he'll be getting closer and closer as we make our way towards the 130R. Really deploying the battery. It's Reyes Imtiaz. He wants to try and get past his championship rival. He's prepared to risk it as he tries to go the long way around, and he'll get the inside line. He's going to back out of it. Zorzo's still going to maintain it, so it's still Haas 1-2 as we come over the line to begin lap number 2.
He got the elbows out for sure and showed that he is not going to sit idly by and allow himself to be pulled along. You can see everyone, barring Damien Curiel, is going on the hard compound of tyre. So certainly we are going to be seeing a hard to medium strap playing out in terms of this race. With some of the high downforce corners particularly punishing.
I got a lot of rotation, but it's front swear it'll be good.
Very laterally loaded when you combine that with some of the
Yeah, how much? I just recharged 50% in one sector.
a bit of the camber. Those tires really are put through their paces, but that's not going to stop Imtiaz from holding on to that P2 and trying their best
12 is the only
to
person on
closing
mediums.
the gap to Diego, as they have signaled they want the lead. They've managed to break the duo of the Hasses apart, but now it's going to be about closing that gap slowly, steadily to make this lap and the next few laps count.
When's crossover?
So, Curiel, the only driver for the medium compound of
6
tyres.
laps.
He was just able to fight her way through.
6 laps from now, or 6 laps?
The next target,
6
So
laps
lap 8.
Curiel will
No,
be
6
Zach
laps total.
Miles as well. That will be, if he can,
I'll just
get a
keep
good
him behind now, can't I?
some of that battery as we look at the position changes, and as you mentioned, Reyes Imtiaz splitting the Haas pair out in
What
front.
not?
Curiel up 5 places.
I don't know where I've got no braking.
Tires,
I'm missing
and
all
when he gets the power
points.
down, that will be another position gained on Zach Miles, and now there will be the opportunity for Lewis Walker to try and put some pressure on as we make our way down towards the first turn.
You can see as well that Imtiaz did briefly try and peek an eye on Zorzo. They were closing up to within about a tenth of a second, briefly peeked to the inside line heading into the S-curves, but unfortunately it was not enough to really stake a claim to the apex of the corner.
Am I on the right brake
We're going to
bias?
see this back and forth for a little while, I think,
Yeah.
as this will be the main source of action, the main source of contention as we head through this race. Weather-wise, it's looking like it is going to remain overcast, but I'm not seeing any reports of rain set to come down, at least not at this time. It's just going to remain cool and cloudy for the time being.
Cool and cloudy for now, but anything is possible, so will be interesting to see if we do get anything late on in the race as well, as we look to the driver who isn't interested in the back and forth that you are just describing, Saki, as well as, of course, he's got the medium compound tyres. He just wants to try and make as many places as possible compared to the drivers up front who will be doing the back and forth. They will be fine with that at this stage, and that will be Curiel. Let's see, can he get past one of the McLarens at this stage? That might be a late lunge. It was a late lunge for Melekes, but it was late on the brakes for Curiel, who's now up 7 places as we come over the line to begin lap number 4. This is now for the lead. Reyes Imtiaz to the outside line, and he will be our new race leader on lap 4.
Yeah, but he's gone for it. He staged it in the previous lap, and now this time he's fully committed. He's gone for the send, and he is going to be holding on to the lead, at least for now. The Hasses are surely going to retaliate, and he knows that. But at least he's shaken up the order. He's made it clear to them that they are not an impenetrable wall. He can work his way through if he so chooses. And sometimes it is about playing that mental game, letting your opponents know that you are a serious threat, maybe start to try and get under their skin a little bit, that can win you races, as they might make a mistake that you can advantage and you can use.
Indeed. And I think, of course,
There's so many like little lockups.
Raise Imtiaz using the battery when really he really didn't really need to. He has, as you mentioned, so many laps. You will see the back and forth. He wanted to get in the mix. He wanted to try and make the move. He did go side by side, and then of course he backed out. He didn't want to dive to the inside at the Casio triangle. He showed what he wanted, and in the end, he did this. He did decide to go for it a few corners later on the first lap. On the end of lap 4, though, you're seeing a battle right now between Master Biega and Giovanni Kennis, and also JST is going to be in the mix as well. So you've got two V-Carb drivers battling with the Kicksaba at this stage. As the Hasses close in, they will tuck in behind, and now it's the teammates. We've had the Haas, we've had the McLaren, now it is going to be the V-Carb's turn, and it's going to be in favour of JST, who is in 5th, ahead of Master Biega in 6th, and then you've got Devico, Laminin, Curiel in 9th, and Elekez right now, your top 10.
And they are going to be having a little bit of back and forth, but for now, the grid has found a sense of equilibrium almost. This is where the race starts to transition now. We see they have finished the mad scramble for positions, and now they're just trying to keep a steady gap, make sure that their opponent is within range, so if an opportunity presents itself...
Yeah, I saw right by some races running blues.
We're seeing very minimal
It's
in
54. You
terms of
can go to
the points.
55
A
if
couple
you
of drivers
want.
have got a warning here and there.
Yeah.
That's what the
Louis
setup
Welch, I think,
showed.
is actually a driver who might want to be careful of how much he pushes, as he's currently sat with 3 warnings, meaning that one
Struggling
more
on the
is
brakes.
going to automatically dish him a track limits penalty. Have to be a little bit careful, but other than that, the drivers kept it fast and clean.
Fast and clean is what we like it. We don't want races decided by penalties as well. We always want it to go down all the way to the end, fighting
Too much lost his win.
on the circuit, and the drivers absolutely don't enjoy it when it goes down to the steward's room, no matter whether it's an in-game penalty or anything post-race as well. As we're going to get Zorzo to the outside line, and Zorzo back to the race leaders. The back and forth continues between first and second in the race as well, and Diego Zorzo trying to win this race to take the championship lead and really go into the break we have with, of course, F1 Esports taking place next week. Trying to go into it with quite a lot of confidence, and that'll be what all 3 will be aiming for. A little bit of a harder task for Tulki. Will need Zorzo and MTS to find themselves dropping down the order a little bit, but it will definitely be very satisfying and a lot of confidence going into the 1-week break that we have coming up, if they are able to find themselves getting into the championship lead. And I believe, Sappy, we've had a moment on the circuit for Justin Ayertz.
Yeah, he's going to be making his way off of the course at turn 11, so that will be a big dent in his race effort. And luckily, doesn't seem like he's got any damage. I think it was just an off-track excursion, no contact or anything like that to really disrupt his race. But he's 4 seconds behind now, and Tom 97 is 2.5 seconds even further from the rest of the pack. So that will be a tough pill to swallow, and sometimes we have seen drivers retire from that. Hopefully we don't see take that move, but front of the grid remains feisty, remains fierce, and Imtiaz along with Zorzo, I think it's safe to say that at this point they're just having fun going back and forth. They're not really having to push each other too aggressively because they know the real fight will come later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Baden's starting to struggle.
We've seen
So it's Tumas and Damien don't have much battery.
for them, that if if they do get into battles, if they do get forced off the road, that can lead them dropping down even further. They can drop down to second, they can drop down to third at this stage, but you don't want to get in the mix with Giovanni Kennis, JSC, and all of these eager drivers who are all trying to impress in these final rounds, as well as Tom 97's coming to the pit. And I think there was contact between those two. I think it was 5/10 going into this part of the circuit right here, and then Tom 97 ended up alongside Justin Ayertz, and then contact made between those two drivers, setting Justin Ayertz round and possibly giving Tom 97 some front wing damage. So that's why both of those two found themselves away from the DRS train that was between all the drivers until that moment. Here is Giovanni Kennis, a driver who would have had lots of confidence from qualifying, and he's looking to carry it on into the race with the 3 title contenders ahead of him, and he's trying to make a move now. He's trying to go to the outside line. Let's see whether he can go the long way around, and he'll try and get past Larry Chulki when he gets the power down, and it looks like he's got it for the moment. They are still going to go wheel to wheel. It'll turn into a drag race, and JST is going to try and get involved as well. Could we be about to go 3 wide as Zorza moves into the lead? And having a look there is JST won't be able to do it, and in the end of it, Giovanni Kennis won't gain a place. The question is now, does he lose a place? And still wheel to wheel
I'm gonna
between the
lose
two, and
DRS.
somehow they're still in the same order.
Usual suspects.
At the end of it all, they
He's on
return to
mediums.
the status quo. Tulki
No,
Yeah.
Tumas, no wing, and he's blowing everyone up.
down the start finish straight. JST poking his nose in and managing to get side by side. However, Kennis did have the inside line heading into the first part of the S curves, and they know better than to fight through there. So wisely,
Struggling.
JST yielding a little bit, letting Kennis go for the time being, but still keeping him in a close range to be order.
We connected DRS.
1.1.
Indeed, so that will be goal ahead now for these drivers. We also now find ourselves with Curiel, who of course is going to be seeing
What a
his
twat.
tyres
Get out of there.
fade possibly soon as well, and he has lost the 1 second to the drivers
He's
in
got
front. Could mean that he is vulnerable to the drivers behind. That includes Zach Miles and Ellicott, who just switched positions, and so is Walker. So Walker's got through as well. So some momentum clearly being lost right now at this stage as we go through 130R. Ellicott is going to stay ahead for the moment, and cars absolutely everywhere in this battle as we go to the Casio Triangle.
Yeah, you can see Walker, Welch both squabbling for the same area of track, and this track ain't big enough for the two of them, so someone is going to have to yield. We do see a lot of
Wait, I think Damien's got damage.
the back end of the field. We see a fairly uniform switch between Imtiaz and Zorzo.
Why is he so slow?
On the back end, as you can see,
Probably.
they really are desperate for those spots.
Pardon?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Why is he so slow?
Well, he's on
half a
mediums.
second they need to make up to Zach Miles.
I know, but they're only 3 laps past crossover. Can't be that.
But for all the times that they do get closer, they seem to drop it just as quickly, or one of the other drivers behind them seems to throw a bit of a move that really disturbs his momentum.
Indeed. So at this stage of the race, as you just mentioned, these battles, of course, these are the drivers who find themselves trying to get themselves up, and they will be trying to join the drivers at the front, so they need to be making the moves. They need to try and make overtakes as well. So it's a little bit of a different strategy if you are in these current positions behind Damien Curiel as well, and a bit of a swapper on for Laminin as he got the power down out of Spoon Curve, and we watch with the Williams driver, who will be seeing the McLarens close in at this stage, along with Zach Miles, who will surely soon be going for the move, and there could be the opportunity coming down this start-finish journey. This could also be a chance to possibly see Laminin break away from the second train. Talking about trains, we've got the first train switching positions, and Zorza gets ahead of Imtiaz, and you also see Laminin get ahead of Curiel, and also so does Zach Miles.
Well, I say, brilliant move there from Miles. We saw him switch back on the likes of Curiel and then ride it on the outside through the entrance to the S-curves. Miles is on a mission, and Curiel, I think, is starting to see a little bit of
Brilliant move, they
struggle
said.
on those mediums. They've had their day,
Pardon?
and
They
while
said
they
brilliant
still
move.
have plenty of life left in them, technically, I wouldn't
Who?
be surprised if they are past their prime at this point.
Commentators.
Absolutely, I think that is what we are seeing, of course, with him losing first of all. That
Do you
one
agree with
second
that?
gap, which did bring him into the clutches. But yeah, as you mentioned, a great move They're coming in from Zach Miles. A
Do you
Dynamo
agree?
coming
Yes.
in there from Elikos, who will get the power down and will
Good.
try and take this position. And by the time that they get to our next camera angle, he is indeed ahead. As right now, you
I was
also
feeling
see
more
right
balanced
now
as I
Logan
go.
in behind,
Mhm.
along with Louis Welch. Those two will try
Just
and
wearing
find
the
a
fronts in a
position.
bit more.
Should be getting that in a few meters time.
Can
As Louis
Balin
Welch
pass
will
as
look
well here?
for which side to go to. It looks like it's going to be the inside into 130R.
It peaks the nose.
Too much ain't got wings, so.
Welch, I think at this point, is looking for a lot of moves, but he's not committing to many of them. When he sees one that he can make work, he's absolutely gone for it.
We need to
we
work
can
as a
see,
train.
he's gone very
Mhm.
aggressive on it, and Curiel, in fact, is going to head into the pits. Probably a sign to confirming that those mediums
Oh,
have
that's
been
my
now.
boat.
He just wants to get
That
some
won't that
cars
do,
to
though.
finish this race out. Seriously, someone else who is currently on mediums is Tom97. He's completely in his own bubble on the course. 29 seconds adrift to the rest of the field. However, he's on mediums, and those mediums have already seen 3 laps of action. So I wonder
So you want to
if
use
he
Why?
him?
can stretch those to the very end.
Why's Marcel dropped out?
Would be
I don't know.
quite audacious fastest lap.
Why do I
You
want to
can
use?
see as well, but yes,
Because you want to close
be
up
interesting
train,
to see
and then you can let him
Curiel
pass
finding himself
into US.
having to pit by lap 11, but different conditions when we do get to the end of the
You want to use
race.
you.
So it'll be interesting to see from
Yeah,
Tom 97, but of course
I
his
use a
race
bit. I don't want to get it
really
like triple passed on.
ruined by the fact, of
No
course, with
battery.
the
Mhm.
contact that he would have suffered with Justin Ayert, meaning that he had to come in a front wing change as we watch his teammate right now, Booba, as he is going to try and go on the attack.
Too
Try and
much
go
to go
on the
try and
charge.
pass, I think.
And he's behind both McLarens at this stage. Laminin would have wanted to definitely be higher and in the mix for the higher positions. And talking about the higher positions, Sapi, looks like we've got a battle going on for P4, and it is Kennis losing a position and moving up his JSD as the Haas is very close together, and have lost a bit of time to raise Imtiaz, but they'll close that back in now with the DRS.
Let Balenko but then defend.
Of course, closing the back.
Yeah,
This is with the DRS, but we don't see that position change. And we do, in fact, see, whoa, that's going to be JST dropping down in a big way as Kenneth and Biega are both going to make pretty quick work of the RB car. So just as quickly as he gained it, he's dropped back down and he's now actually behind his teammate, where he was previously the one leading the duo. Not sure really what happened there, but we're darting our eyes around the field. We can see a few drivers start to tee up potential for a bit of a comeback. I'm seeing a little bit in the live chat right now, rooting for Booba right here, and credit where due. He started 15th, he's now in 11th, and he's knocking on the door of the points.
Man about to go on the charge right now is Booba. That will be at least his goal. That will be his aim at this stage of the contest as we go on board with him once again through Spoon.
Ooh,
Coming
big
off
off.
the
I'm really
road.
bad and I got nothing in low
Laminin goes
speed,
off the
so.
road, rejoins when he does so, and he's going to have the Red Bull alongside, and these two are about to continue to go wheel to wheel. If they continue battling, they could lose touch with Zach Miles ahead as they're about to risk it, are they? Into 130 up Uber. Sensible at this stage, backs out of it. Laminin, after that wide moment, still hangs on to the position, but now Booba is going to have the confidence to try and make the move very shortly as well, and you can see the driver right now in 8th
Think about
position,
pitting.
down JST as he dives into
No
the
chance.
pit lane. Of course, had that moment where we lost 2 positions.
We need new. What the f?
Himself into 4th, now comes in.
Same guy again.
And he's got a new front wing, so I think there was a little bit of contact there that severely hindered his cornering ability in the long run. That would explain why he dropped so much time relatively out of nowhere and all of a sudden. Imtiaz has since dropped the lead back to Zorzo, but we are coming to the halfway point of the race, and with that, get into that pit window territory. We've had 2
I need
green
something in
cars
low
now with
speeds.
JST complete a pit stop and switch from either the hard to the medium.
You could increase
or in the
wings
case
in the pits.
of the Williams in P14 from the medium
Is that not
start
high
to
speed?
the hards to finish. So I will be expecting a little bit of variation.
Does that not affect high speed more?
Considering the drivers
No.
are going to be conscious of their teammates and their pit boxes. That's the downside of having your 2 teammates so close
Go
together in
+1,
the order.
+2.
Being able to choose who goes first suddenly becomes a lot more difficult.
Yep, absolutely. When they're both together, and of course with the Hasses both in the fight when it comes to the Drivers' Championship as well, it does mean decisions do have to
Yeah.
be made.
Okay, long.
Ferrari quite a lot easier with Zach Miles in 8th, Ray's Imtiaz no longer in 2nd, now in 1st, as Laminin, Booba and Lewis Walker diving into the pit lane.
They're all going to be, no doubt, jumping on the medium compounded tyre to finish off.
Take the fight. Let's go like
There might be
17.
a couple of pace drops towards the end,
Okay.
but getting on those tyres early now means they have a chance to get in some
We
clean
need
air
the mechanical
and run
grip
some
anyway.
really
Just
good laps in
hairpins and
prime medium conditions.
Tigna 2
Could
and
be a
Flash Chicane's horrible.
masterclass from them here, and we'll have to wait, of course, to find out. Curiel
Raze is
is
leading,
going to be
so.
passing by the others who have just gone in and now come out of the pit lane. Laminin, in fact, directly behind the Williams of Curiel. So they have got 13 and a half seconds to have to contend with. I do have my concerns.
Yeah, I think 'cause we're
that
too
they
stiff
might
on the
not be able
rear
to make up
suspension.
the same amount of time, or they won't be able to get those positions up that they were maybe hoping for.
Absolutely. As we look back in with our top 4 on lap number 14 out of 27, still the exciting bit of the race still to come as well, especially when it gets towards the final stages. We know what's going to happen between the title contenders. They're all gonna go all in to try and position themselves the best when it comes to the 27th and final lap as well. Here is Laurie Chulke then, as he makes his way through the third driver.
I get a warning from them.
The queue at this stage, and you've got Tristan Debencourt, who is going to come into the pit lane as Tulke sees his teammate move up
You have
into the lead
one.
by the time that he gets to the first turn as
What
these
about
guys
Balin and the other guys that's fighting
left
with?
him fourth. And you also got Justin Ayerts, the F4 champion from last
Car behind us
season,
2.
who also joins Tristan
What,
Debencourt
Louis?
in
Yes,
the pit lane.
Balin to
I have
0.
to say, slightly, I'm sure that Justin Ayerts will be
Couple people have won
disappointed with the
up front.
campaign he's had. He's had a lot of contact
Yeah.
and lots of early retirements in races as well, and I think he would have definitely wanted to have a bit of a better campaign, especially coming in as the F4 champion with a lot of confidence, but it's not really gone his way this season, so he'll be looking to bounce back next season, of course, if he is still in this tier as well. And we now see Debencourt on those mediums, the driver who just came into the pit lane, and now he will continue to go on the charge and try get a bit of an undercut sound.
Yeah, the undercut might be a powerful tool in his pocket here, and I wouldn't count him out just yet, as he is technically leading the field here, ahead of Laminin and JS.
I think two Mastinat will undercut up to the front pack and they're going to fight.
Their pit stops. So the race is young.
Logically, because they're going to be on old tyres, so I think if we go long, we can make use of it.
The final 10 laps. The race still has plenty of action to give. We're about to see that.
Do you know where the people who box on like laps 13 and 14 are coming out?
Heading into the pits, along with
That train.
Marcel Biega and maybe a couple of other drivers who are a bit further down in that order. No, it looks like it's just going to be those two this lap, which does leave 6 drivers remaining.
Yeah, 6 drivers remaining.
Oh, I'll get your foot down.
Come into the pit lane. So you have now seen Diego Zorzo make the jump.
Do you know where they're coming out, Carson?
Marcel Biega, and right now on the circuit.
Just an estimate.
Raze is still ahead.
Position where he'll be also coming into the pit lane.
Yeah, yeah, well, the guys who've boxed, where they're going to come out, roughly.
It'll be interesting to see what order they come out in. Viegas rejoined just behind Debencourt, who's got a 1.6-second gap to Zorzo to this stage, so that's where they're rejoined.
7th,
JST currently in
9th.
10th position, of course, losing out due to the...
But are they going to be in races? They're going to come out in front of Reese and that
Yeah.
back and Diego.
Yeah, front wing change was needed, but
Pardon?
it's going to lose.
They'll be right on the
anywhere
right at the pack.
from 5 to 8
They'll lead
seconds
the pack.
on your pit stop, depending on how quickly it gets done and how quickly you can just.
Our
get
boxer's
out
lap lobby and
and
someone's
get used
DRS,
to
do you know?
having a front wing again. You have to completely adjust
Yeah.
your driving style.
Who?
You have even just the slightest amount of end plane
Tristan.
damage, even damage that isn't visible, will have
No,
a
Reese
Lewis.
Fox.
profound
Lewis.
effect on your car's characteristics. The top 3 now all heading into
Reese
the pit
Fox,
lane
still need to
in
extend.
quick and rapid succession, as that
I would
is gonna
box this
be
lap.
Louis Welch joining
Yeah,
them
well.
to make a new order Lekes is going to lead with Zach Miles closely following behind. But who is going to come out on top from this order, from this trio of the very top end? It looks like Res Imtiaz is going to retain his top spot with a near-perfect pit stop. Kennis closing in as well along.
You have a braking marker for the pits.
And coming out
No.
to the course, it looks like Zorzo going in that crucial extra run is going to be about a second clear, or half a second clear, from none other than rival Rez Imtiaz.
Absolutely. Yeah, because also with the advantage of this stage,
Yeah, I just
you'll
them.
be utilising it through these corners where your tyres won't be up to temperature for Rez Imtiaz. If he can brake clear, that's critical for his race. But I'm sure Rez Imtiaz is going to do all in his power to make sure that doesn't happen. Maybe even use a little bit of the battery to try and get back close, try get in the mix.
Isn't that critical?
Saving it when he's in that train over the next
In left? What?
Yeah, do I need to like push out now?
Yeah.
Zach Miles in the first turn that we cut away from to watch
Just do
our
that.
top three rivals who came.
I didn't use any battery.
Pit lane at that moment, but now we are looking back at these two drivers, and Zorzo's trying to
Where's
pull
the
away.
pit line?
Critical for the race at this stage, but
Sure.
right now you've got Zach Miles getting a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That will hurt for him. That will be disappointing.
I
for him.
really
But
wanted
yes,
to retire.
Zorzo on the charge right now, trying to get this gap.
Well, with so many of the field being so closely packed together,
I'll just keep driving for shits and giggles. Fucking game, man. I don't know. I'm not racing it again.
Miles will
Should have practiced.
be able to finish
I don't care.
just around the halfway point of the grid. Though this is going to be even further down in the end. They were the last to go in, and they have lost a significant chunk of time, being that latest entry. So Miles, I would not be surprised if he is going to be walking home in P16, as everyone else has made a bit of headway and closed those gaps right up.
Indeed, we now watch Giovanni Kennis as he is behind the recarb.
This actually could have been good as well.
We are back to our normal position.
Like we just caught all these guys on good tires.
For these drivers, you've had the pit stops come in, and you've got Giovanni Kennis in fifth on a day where he tries to secure the best result of his campaign by a mile, trying to score his first point. If you can grab a podium or even a win with that, then that will definitely feel special to him. Right now, though, he's aiming for P4, and it looks like he's going to try to take it with the battery that he is deploying as we go towards 130 yard. We'll sit in behind at this stage, but Sappy, I think there will be a chance coming very, very shortly for him to make sure that he is in the mix. That's Tulki back inside the 1 second of Zorzo, so it's going to be battle resumed as out in front as normal, as Tulki also says the fastest lap, but we look behind to see whether Kennis can make the move.
Kennis is going to be filing alongside and is going to be pushing ahead of Viego.
That's ambitious.
JSG is going to drop a couple of spots, make that almost three. Lewis Walker is going to go for it. Big wobble coming out from Buba, and they are going to rejoin the track in P11 following what could have been a very nasty incident had they just been on the other side of that McLaren. Barely avoiding disaster there and rejoining to a P11. The only damage luckily being to the Talon, but that will be certainly a bit of a blemish on their race efforts because they were otherwise climbing quite nicely.
Yeah, the recarb mugging show became.
Right, look at this. This could have been good
One
points.
position, and then JSD finding himself
Could have been 7.
being dive bombed by quite literally absolutely everyone there as well. But yeah, it's not
Right,
going to
well.
be a day to remember for JSD when it looked quite
Need a safety
promising
car.
as you see Lewis Walker closing right in.
Couple people
right
went off
in
track.
to Thomas Laminin, who a
last
few laps
lap.
ago was off part of the circuit, as we now get our foot down with these three once again. JSD will try.
Few
And also
people watching
try
not
to
happy.
get in the mix. You can see the recarb
Viewership
trying to
is
go
down.
alongside,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
actually going to be Lewis Walker who will send it to
We
the
had 6 people,
inside,
now we
and
have
he will
3.
try and make the move. It could open the door in a few moments.
That's
time
a
for
shame.
JSD to go
3
for
people
it.
left aren't real fans, so it doesn't matter.
So Walker is ahead.
need a
The
safety
question is
car.
who's gonna be
Oh
able to
shit,
take
it's getting
Laminin, and
spicy.
I know.
create a whole brawl out there as
Fucking
well. Right now,
all that
directly
brawl,
behind
mate.
Torquay's ahead
Oh, we're
of
going to capitalise on
Order.
those.
Is empty as we look back to this battle.
Get
That
down
is
the inside
commencing
we
down
go.
towards the
Oh,
first
boy.
line. Welsh having a look up the inside line, could leave him vulnerable as that's going to be a brave move coming in from the
Oh,
McLaren
this
of
could have.
Venegas,
Oh,
who will try
shit, it's
and go all the
limbs.
way around the outside of the end of it. They're still going to be side by side. Nothing between them at this stage as Welsh picks up a penalty. Savvy told you about that earlier on as well with the warnings that he was
What a
collecting.
cunt.
Still tight.
I gave him
Zach Miles
space.
tries to edge out. Welsh has off. Raise Imtiaz. That is going to be critical for Raise Imtiaz. He's off the road. He's lost the position to Giovanna Kennis and also Marcel Biegas trying to get through. But that is going to be a huge moment for right now our net championship leader.
I do wonder if he was just trying to get the elbows out
Oh, I'm
inside the
picking up
passes
the grab.
and he just ran out of room heading into Degna 1. But either way, he is going to
Just
be
cause
picking
chaos.
up
Oh,
a
he just-
little bit of gravel. But
Me, cause
still
chaos.
being
Well,
lost
like,
as he's now
just
having
stick
to
your car up
fend
there,
off
but don't hit
Diego,
anyone.
regaining his
And then
control,
hope someone
and
spins
looking
out
to the
and
kicks out,
causes
but
a safety
currently
car.
sits up ahead as Harper
Sounds like a
splits
plan.
the two. The Hasses, they are going to be very happy with this incident, as this means that they
This can only end well.
start to form a bit of a wall, and we'll see just how much really Tulki and
Like
Zorzo
Sector
are
1,
going
I think
to
that's the
work
highest
together.
chance of a
They
safety
started
car.
1-2, they're currently 1-2, but will they end
That's one in F2
1-2,
last
or
season.
is there going to be a bit of a breakaway from one of the teammates and leave the other out to dry?
Absolutely, but the thing is,
Or,
they've
like,
got a man who will
move really far to the right
want to
and
take
make it
his
look like you're
chance
gonna
today,
send it,
seeing as his best
but then
result
don't,
is
and then hopefully they
13th.
make a mistake.
He's only been able to complete a few races this season. He will absolutely want to try and take it all the way to the top step. As I mentioned, trying to go
Fucking put me on the grass
Maybe don't
anymore.
fight with our manager.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Definitely feels special to him.
I mean,
as
yeah.
Zach Miles getting ever tighter with Bennett and
That's
at this stage, who is going to have the position. But yeah, Zach
What
did
is
say
this?
that this race was going to get a little bit more aggressive between these drivers as they all try and get involved in the battling. And the aggression level goes up as they all try and make some overtakes, as they all try and make some moves compared to the early stage of the race. But yeah, Giovanna Kennis really looking like the driver with a lot of confidence, and he could be the man who spoils this Haas 1-2 and manages to break this
Use,
little wall
get
that they've
closer.
got at this stage. Of course,
Alright,
we'll
bunch
try and
up.
see whether they decide to work together, because as we
Worst.
already mentioned a few times, they are both in the championship fight.
We got a full battery and they're all in the bunch up. So,
The tensions have risen and risen from the start of the race, leading all the way until now, as we are soon to commence our final 5 laps.
just twice split the side by side.
The two Hasses followed very, very closely by
Oh, now that we arrive on scene with a full battery. Yeah. Get the exit.
He peeks to the inside, forces Zorzo to go for a mid.
Get the power down.
Doesn't pass the teammate, but
We're ready for round 2.
take that brief drop of speed and use it to their advantage as they go round the outside through the S-curves. Are they committed through
Oh
said
my
S-curves?
God.
Not quite, but they are.
I did not touch anyone first. Fucking what?
Have just gone before. As you can see, a couple of changes, couple of
That was an auto moment, I can't lie.
lower packs. Lewis Walker struggling for control of the car, but all around, one thing is on.
How old are Lewis's tyres?
Drivers are determined, and they know that time is running out to gain position.
8 laps.
Make it
Very
count.
old.
Compared to mine.
Absolutely. Some great battling,
Yeah.
a great attempt
You're
by
only
Giovanna
4.
Kennis. Haas getting the elbows out at that stage of the
Oh,
race.
what
Raising
sends you
the
knob?
there. So is Marcel Viego. Tristan Demerpool completes the 6-car train that we've got for the lead as we start beginning to head into the final stages of this race. 7/10 the gap between Tulki. Then you also have Diego Zorza, but Kennis is looking like a driver who will definitely want to try take the opportunity. Just take a look at the
You want
back
someone else to
race.
cause a
Imtiaz
safety car,
starting
not
left,
like be
starting
the one
right
to do it.
into 130. Is he gonna go
How was that me? You just fucking, I covered the inside, you just stuck out there anyway on the grass.
I'm just saying all these fights.
which cost them both.
Like, you want
Yeah,
all these
well,
cars to get
so
close
He
together,
is
not
mainly focused on the
pick off
passes.
one.
Those are his rivals. Those are his rivals for the championship. So he has
I
to be
bet
careful
it's
with
been a
what he does
muppet.
here.
Patience is the name of the game, but only up to a point.
Look how far the lead pack's gone.
When isn't the right time, and then
I'll go and cause chaos.
you have to strike with absolutely every ounce, every joule of energy that you can muster to keep that move. Case in point, Imtiaz 2/10 behind Giovanna Kennis, and Kennis is frequently knocking on the door of the two Haas drivers that currently lead things here. So is there going to be a mistake from Kennis that Imtiaz can recognise and capitalise on? Or will we see the Hasses being the first to crack under the consistent kick Sauber pressure?
Chat better be praying for someone to die.
So many
Yeah.
Just get saved.
I mean, at this point, it's like
mystery
one
answered,
more lap or
and
two
it's
more
all,
laps. We have that
coming
chance.
our way in the next
Ah, I'm
match
feeling it. People get
as
frisky.
well, as we make our way closer and closer towards the
It's just
27
you.
and final tour.
You're
But
getting
it's been a
frisky.
brilliant race here in
Not
Suzuka.
even.
We've not had a race that has been slightly dull or hasn't delivered what we expected.
We're using a
Every race
battery.
this season has delivered brilliantly. This field has done an amazing
This
job.
robot's too
It's
soft.
great
I
to
should
see the
stop
ones
what
who
Reese gave me.
continue attending week after week, race after race as well, and delivering us with a show, whether it's at the front, whether it's at the back as well. We've got 2 bits of action to show you in terms of 2
Oh, what the 5
major
people?
trains at this stage.
They want to see the
Well,
end.
look,
Definitely one where they will want absolutely everything.
it's gonna be
Now,
beef and
it's
so
the
more.
moment for Ray's Imtiaz to move himself up to third position. He's going to dive down the
Shit, they're on the
inside.
button. They're on the button.
The position Giovanna Kennis will hold it.
No one's on. They're all on the
And
inside.
the position, but it's Ray's Imtiaz who will
Oh, not
promote himself
quite.
up to P3, and next up is going to be his rivals for the title as JSD gets ahead of Booba.
Oh, I'm gonna get involved
Other
soon.
shuffles, but all eyes to the front. Imtiaz back into P3.
I feel like I'm missing out.
Seemingly regained. It's now going to be a return to where we started. Imtiaz chasing, Zorzo in the middle, and then Tulki currently sat up ahead of the both of them. So that could very easily change, as the 2 Haas drivers will need to take a little bit of back and forth, owing to the leader not having DRS. Will be
Oh!
any kind of
Okay,
Oh.
Louis.
happen. And we
Louis.
get a bit of
Careful,
an
there we go.
incident as through the hairpin. That is
Yeah.
Lekis. That is going to be Zach Miles.
Watch out behind.
Completely
Yep.
off track. And
Oh, I saw. Oh, we got dragged.
as there is a bit of a fender bender going on towards the back of the pack. Aggression and elbows are the name of the game, it seems, and they're taking the game very, very seriously.
Very seriously at this stage.
At least
indeed.
everyone's out.
As we had contact, we had them going all the way through the grass as well as they switch places in the background. That's Justin Ayat who gets past Zach Miles, and now we're getting to dive bomb territory once again into the Casio triangle, and we could see some more moves heading onto this straight now. Booba, we mentioned to keep an eye on him. Let's see whether he can move up to 8th position by the time that we get to turn number 1, or will it be JST2 make the move on Thomas Laminin? And he is going to get past Thomas Laminin the next up. Booba, you can see pushing him, nudging him all the way through the opening corners here on this Suzuka circuit as Tom 97 comes into the pit lane as well. The driver at
Still Tom 97's fastest lap.
No.
when he had the front wing damage.
Why?
Why are we still in last? We have the freshest tires.
Nudging Thomas Laminin on through these corners, but he'll be getting impatient. You can see the recar.
Because it's not exactly been a good stint, has it?
He'll want to make
No.
this move immediately.
Yep, and the second pit stop from Tom 97 is going to all but confirm his last.
I've been waiting for the safety car to come.
I know.
I'm not trying to like fight everyone.
And with that 10-second penalty,
Put
still
some fresh
down
tyres on, please.
25 seconds away. Tom 97 is firmly sealed in last place unless something extremely drastic happens. Looking
Pretty
at
please.
is going to continue to be a driver that is the thorn in the side of the
Is that permission?
To do what?
They will be
Softs.
Oh.
constantly putting on
Yeah, I
pressure,
don't care.
looking left, looking right,
Alright,
looking
cool.
for a chance.
There's no chance of a
As we
safety
come
car, so
into
as well.
the penultimate lap of the race, he knows the time's up. He's recovered well from his earlier mistake or his earlier misfortune, but now it's time to go. He goes for it into the apex.
Needs to
Goes
have one
1 and 2.
achievement.
He's
Are we gonna
got
get the
aggressive, he's gone push, a little
pit
bit of
entry down this
wheel lock,
point?
but through the S
Yes.
does yield out, was considering.
Give me a round of
punching his way
applause.
through it, but I don't think
Oh, I got served a penalty.
but he's
Yeah, I
shown
know.
his intent nonetheless.
Shit.
He has
Me and
shown
Tom are going to end up having a
his
fight at this rate.
And this is now the moment. This is the critical moment. Can he try and make the move for second
So it's
position?
Larry,
You
Diego,
can
then
see that he's
Reyes.
getting closer and closer. He deployed
Up
a
front.
lot of battery to try and catch his rival out. And if these three aren't careful,
Oh, they
you've
just
got
don't want
Giovanni
Reece to win,
Kennis
so let's just
chasing a
pick.
podium as well, who is in the mix as we go on board with a
And
kickstart
Giovanni.
as they navigate their way round. And you can see, look at the back to that. Giovanni Kennis has got, so he could be one. That is an issue to raise Imtiaz on the next lap, and he's really getting onto the back. He's really gaining. This is going to be
Drive a nice
an
smooth
incredible
out lap.
lap coming your way in a few moments' time.
Yeah, there is going to be absolute fireworks.
Bring the
And
tyres in
Imtiaz
slowly.
a little bit on the ropes. He hasn't quite had a chance to gain as much battery. He's been very aggressive through 130R. He's going to send
I'm taking this seriously.
He's gonna confirm through the Casio triangle. He peeks to the inside. He makes it two. Going into Casio. He's squeezing the hash for every inch of the track that it's worth. He's got
Raze
the
is
inside
winning.
line through the final corner and heading
Leading
into the
on the
final lap.
last lap.
He is going to not only have the lead of the race, but he's going to have DRS.
Oh, he died. Oh shit, it's a Haas.
Someone Haas it out.
Zorzo, he
fine.
is round.
Who is
He's
it?
not gonna be
Zorzo.
making it around with the rest of the
He's not
crew.
out.
Yeah,
He's going to
I got an
be
idea.
down in P6
What?
with Kennis.
I can just take
capitalising on the
DRS off
chaos.
top.
The kick Sauber has taken a surprise lead, and that has thrown, I think, everyone off of the scent.
I don't think that's still like that.
Absolutely unbelievable stuff. 3 cars passed.
128
on the
you
last
need.
lap so far for Giovanni
128.6.
Kennis, but he's still got the hard task of hanging on. That will be huge disappointment for Diego Zorzo, and that will be a huge blow to his championship. Still, lots can happen though. Still, MTS will be desperate to extend that championship lead. Laurie
Tom's gonna
also
beat
gonna
it
be
now.
in there, as he remains the only Haas in the mix.
22.
Giovanni Kennis sliding all over the road after an extraordinary
Oh, he's gonna try and
on the
fight
last
me.
lap down towards turn number 1. He's got the task now of defending to the Casio triangle as we head through Spoon
Raze is in
Curve.
second.
Let's see whether there's going to be the opportunity for the Ferrari to steal the race lead away in the final stages of round 10 here at Suzuka. They get their foot down. The Ferrari will be getting ever closer. How much risk is he prepared to take?
Wait,
now?
let me focus
And
it.
it's
I've got a bit of
Go
battle
on
on
the
my
road. He's
hands.
going to go to the inside into 130R. They run side by side. This could open the door for Larry Tulke. The Haas gains. He won't have any room though. As round the outside goes Imtiaz. Keeps it on the road. Makes the move. Could it be a tight race to the line between these two? Giovanni Kennis is going to get close, but I think Raze Imtiaz is going to do it across the line. Raze Imtiaz crosses the line to take the win on the last lap. He made the move on the last corner, and he beats home Giovanni Kennis, who takes his first podium of the season, and Larry Tulke in third. What a brilliant last lap from start to finish.
A mad flurry in the end, but
Wait, I didn't validate it, does it?
I don't know.
for Kennis. Second
I don't think
place
so.
out of the
Seems like it
ashes
should.
of a season to forget. He's certainly going to be very happy with that one, as is Imtiaz, who is going to be sealing their championship lead by now a quite significant margin, owing to Zorzo's mistake. Either the mistake or something that is going to be pulled up by the stewards in due course. Great running, great
Yay.
racing and fighting
Keep it.
with a DNF coming out for
Yeah, I'll keep
Lewis,
it.
for
Yeah.
Lewis Walker. And
Should be prize money
a
for
bit
that.
of a question mark about his results, though. The Ferrari in the lead. Imtiaz
Yeah.
is going
Right,
to be
from now on we
right
practice
here.
bench.
I don't think you got it.
A
Or maybe you did.
Yeah, I did.
points
Okay.
lead
I did for
and a
sure.
bit
Because
of a safety cushion heading into Vegas next
Just
time.
Yeah.
not updated. Oh, because Raze quit or something.
Absolutely, and that is going
Raze
to be
didn't stick
brilliant
around.
scenes for Raze Imtiaz. But we're heading to Vegas next time, followed by Bahrain. Anything is possible in those 2 rounds, and there will definitely be the opportunity for
Press
Diego
advance,
to
like,
strike
don't
back,
tab
and
out,
Larry
but don't
Tulke will
quit.
also be in the mix. But it's been great to see the top 3 in the championship all go head to head throughout today's contest and qualifying, and also in the race, with also a surprise Giovanni Kennis getting in the mix.
Yep, and we can, of course, see the grid in full here. So Imtiaz followed by Kennis and Tilke to make a very well-rounded and solid podium on this night. Here in
Thank you for
Oh,
watching,
that was
everyone.
fun. Wait, what did? Oh!
Rounding out your top 5, particular derby
Wait, we got John Reese, is cool.
Yep.
Zorzo followed
Thank
by
you, stream.
Laminen,
Bye-bye.
Kubat,